Close your eyes for a second. Imagine you are standing alone on an open African savanna. No buildings. No roads. No sounds of civilization anywhere. Just flat endless grassland stretching in every direction as far as you can see. The sun is going down. The light is turning orange and red. And somewhere out in that darkness something is moving. You cannot see it yet. But you can feel it. And then it hits you. That feeling. That specific terrible feeling of being completely and utterly alone. No one knows where you are. No one is coming. You are the only living thing for miles that walks upright and thinks and feels. That feeling you just felt in your chest? That is not a modern problem. That is 100,000 years old. And it is trying to save your life. We talk about loneliness like it is a disease of modern times. Like smartphones caused it. Like social media invented it. Like it is somehow a failure of the way we live today. But loneliness is not modern. Loneliness is ancient. And understanding where it actually came from will completely change the way you think about it forever. Let us go back. 100,000 years ago your ancestors lived in small tribes of between 20 and 50 people. Every single person in that tribe had a role, a function, a place. The hunters, the gatherers, the elders who remembered where the water was during the dry season, the mothers, the children, the ones who knew which plants would heal a wound and which ones would kill you. Every single person was necessary. Not emotionally necessary. Not necessary in the way your friends make you feel good or your family makes you feel loved. Necessary like oxygen. Necessary like water. Because out there on the open savanna, a human alone was not just lonely. A human alone was dead. Think about what alone actually meant 100,000 years ago. No walls between you and the lions. No weapon powerful enough to fight a predator by yourself. No way to hunt large animals without other people. No one to watch while you slept. No one to notice if you were sick. No one to feed you while you healed. Being separated from your tribe was not an emotional experience. It was a death sentence with a timer attached. So here is what evolution did. Evolution looked at this problem and said we need to make sure this creature never willingly stays away from its group for too long. We need to build an alarm system so powerful and so painful that the moment this creature starts drifting away from its people it will feel it immediately and come back. And that alarm system is what you call loneliness. Neuroscientists at the University of Chicago studied loneliness for over 20 years. What they found will change the way you think about yourself completely. When your brain detects that you are socially isolated, it responds in the exact same way it responds to physical pain. The same neural pathways. The same stress hormones. The same alarm signals firing through your body. Loneliness is not sadness. Loneliness is pain. Your brain cannot tell the difference between being rejected by your tribe and being stabbed. Both feel like a threat to survival. Both trigger the same emergency response. Because 100,000 years ago they were the same threat. Being cast out of your group and being physically attacked both led to exactly one thing: death. Now here is where it gets even more interesting. The ancient humans who felt loneliness most intensely were not the weak ones. They were not the broken ones. They were not the ones who failed. They were the ones who survived. Because the ones who felt nothing when they drifted from their tribe stayed away too long. They took too many risks. They were not motivated to repair relationships or maintain bonds or come back to the group. And they died. The ones who felt loneliness so intensely it was unbearable came back. They repaired. They reconnected. They stayed close. They survived long enough to have children. And those children had children. And eventually one of those children was you. You are not broken because loneliness destroys you. You are alive because it did. But here is the cruel twist that nobody talks about. The alarm system your ancestors evolved works perfectly for a world that no longer exists. 100,000 years ago loneliness meant you were physically separated from your people. The alarm fired. You went back. Problem solved. Today you can be sitting in a room full of people and feel the most crushing loneliness of your life. You can have 1,000 followers online and feel like nobody knows who you are. You can be in a relationship for years and feel more alone than you have ever felt. The alarm is still firing. But there is nothing to go back to. Because the tribe does not exist anymore. We live in cities of millions but we evolved for tribes of 50. We interact with hundreds of people every week but we evolved for deep daily bonds with the same 20 faces our entire lives. We have more ways to connect than any humans in history but we have never been more alone. The alarm is ringing. But we do not know what it is trying to tell us. Your ancient ancestor sitting alone on that savanna as the sun went down knew exactly what that feeling meant. It meant get back to your people. It meant you need them and they need you. It meant this is dangerous and you know what to do about it. You feel that same feeling today. In your apartment. In your car. At 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling. In a crowded room where nobody really sees you. The same ancient alarm. The same biological emergency signal that kept your ancestors alive for 100,000 years. The only difference is they knew what to do with it. And somewhere along the way we forgot. So the next time loneliness hits you like a physical pain in the chest. The next time it wakes you up at 3 a.m. and makes you feel like something is fundamentally wrong with you. Remember what it actually is. It is not a flaw. It is not a weakness. It is not proof that you are broken or unlovable or beyond help. It is a 100,000-year-old alarm system built by evolution itself to keep you alive. It is the voice of every ancestor who ever felt what you are feeling right now and survived because they felt it. You were not designed to be alone. And every single cell in your body has known that since before you were born.